because of a bell curve. Have you ever felt like you don't feel that you belong in a place, not because you don't fit in, but because you feel like you don't deserve it? Have you ever felt like your whole life, all of your accomplishments were made because of pure luck and not because you work hard for it? Good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
That feeling is called the imposter syndrome. Joe Langford, a psychologist at Georgia State University, coined the term in 1976. He defined it as a state of mentality where a person believes that all of his or her accomplishments were not made because of his own or her own merit, but out of pure luck, or because she or he managed to fool people into believing that they are successful. Essentially, it's having your own personal bully that always belittles every accomplishment that you ever had throughout your life, and they manage to convince you that all the accomplishments are just because you're lucky, or because, and either that or that you're just not, the accomplishment is just not good enough. This is a phenomenon that almost everyone in this world has encountered, myself included. Joe Langford coined the term 40 years ago, but it came to the spotlight early 90s by Ivy League schools. Now, these are schools that are top schools in America, and they popularized it because they put it into every semester that they have. They invited talks in order to convince their students that they actually deserve to be where they are. Now, these Ivy League schools are schools that only accept the best of the best. Their acceptance rates are lower than 10%, and their withdrawal rate is even higher. And they have some of the most challenging syllabus ever. So when the best of the best are grouped together, nobody is special anymore. So it's easy to understand how these students, they used to feel like they're special, they used to feel like they're smart. Being together all in the same place, they felt like they're average for the first time. And it's easy to understand why they feel like they're out of place. They feel that they got into Ivy League schools because they're lucky and they don't deserve the spot that they work hard all life to get. Now, that is one of a million ways that the imposter syndromes can manifest within each person. Mine came from a childhood full of activities, full of contests, exams, competitions, trying to impress my dad. And when he's not impressed, I always thought, need to do better. The more he's not impressed, need to do better becomes, it's not good enough. Need to be better. Over time, that becomes, I'm not good enough. I need to be better. And when that thought comes into your head, when that thought manifests into a small bully that it likes to come into your head, and when it goes into your head, it will make itself a home, it will never leave, and he will always be there with you for the rest of your life. All of my life, there was nothing, no accomplishment that was able to satisfy my expectations. There's no accomplishment that was able to satisfy my expectations. He was always there whenever I felt something good, when I was proud of myself. And throughout schools and university, he was always there right by my side because he was always in here. Whenever I aced a test, whenever I got an A for exam, he would always say, "Whew, you got lucky, man. You're lucky that the teacher is lenient. Or you're lucky that the bell curve helped you. If not, you would have failed. And every time he said that, I just felt more and more sad. Whenever I accomplished something that I am proud of, he would always say, that's nothing. It's not really a big deal. It's not actually that good. And all sense of pride and joy that I had quickly turned into disappointment. All because he thought that A could have been an A+. Bit by bit, I trust myself less. And bit by bit, I believe myself less. And I hate it. He is immutable. No matter how hard I try to get rid of him, he will always be there. And living with him for the past 20 plus years, I start to realize that the only way I can fight him is to talk back. Whenever I achieve something that I'm proud of, when he starts to say those words, I say back, what? It's good. It is good, you know. It's not something bad. I actually deserve to celebrate it. And whenever I ace a test and he said he was lucky, I say back, it's not luck. I work hard every night, researching, writing non-stop to get an A. I deserve this. And I start to realize that over time, I start to trust myself more. Over time, I start to believe myself more. And after years of him controlling me, I start to realize that actually I have control. He was inside of me. And whenever he started to talk, I just talk back. And from then on, I start to believe that the only way you can try to fight this imposter syndrome is self-reassurance. Believe in yourself, trust yourself, and always be confident that what you do is already good enough. With that, back to you. That's my service.